My name's Alistair Morris and I work for the CV and Interview Advisors, and we are personal branding experts.
Alistair, one of the topics that we've talked about in the past is this idea of thought leadership. Explain to us a little bit about what do you mean by that and why is it relevant to a senior executive?
So thought leadership is where an individual may choose to take a deliberate decision to become the or an authority on a particular subject.
And how do you go about becoming an authority on a particular subject or presenting yourself as such?
Well, it doesn't happen overnight, of course. It takes a concerted effort, but there are a series of steps that an individual may take to arrive at that position.
Okay, what sort of steps?
So firstly, and perhaps most obviously, to decide the area in which the individual might decide to take a thought leadership position. Mm-hmm. So simply the decision on what to do and what to represent. And then to promote that through a variety of mechanics, possibly LinkedIn, mm-hmm. possibly social media, mm-hmm. possibly published articles, and to push content out into the marketplace on their chosen subject.
And why is that important? What does it do for that person?
Well, interestingly, it's a human nature thing in that if you perceive someone to be an expert or to have a position of strength, you tend to follow them mm-hmm. and believe what they say and promote.
So we're looking to raise your profile, you're looking to be more visible in general in your chosen area of expertise?
Indeed, yes.
With a view to what?
With a view to, I suppose it depends a little bit on the objective of the individual. It may simply be to drum up more interest in them, build their profile, to generate more business for their business, mm-hmm. more revenue, more sales. So it depends a little bit on their objective.
And you've worked with a lot of senior people who are changing and looking to make a change in their career. So how important has that been, this idea of developing thought leadership?
It's worked spectacularly well for some individuals. It's not for everybody, but for example, there's one chap who was an ordinary business analyst and decided to represent the interests of other business analysts and built a position and now runs a forum called Be a Brilliant Business Analyst, BABA for short. So it's memorable, but he's driven that competitive advantage. He's a go-to point.
So you're trying to get yourself in people's minds as a go-to person for that area?
Absolutely.
So Alistair, I mean, thought leadership can be done in many, many ways. I can have an article published in the newspaper, I can put something out on LinkedIn and whatever. What else can I do?
Some people have chosen to publish their works formally in a book. Mm-hmm. And there are various ways of publishing these days which make that task a lot easier. That can be remarkably effective.
And also, I think, you know, if you're writing a book about something, A, you do a lot of research on it, you know, and B, there's going to be a lot of publicity around getting it out, and people will write about it, and you can reference it in your articles, etc.
Yes, it can be a very effective tool.